EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And that'll carry over the end zone for a touchback.
I own one. I need to see some motherfucking damage from jump.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and 15. The 20-yard line.
Hey, check it in. Check Mike 39. Hey, watch the slip. Watch the slip.
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen, and he finds Tyler Croft. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. To the air, Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Allen finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Take that bitch in the mouth, man.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Don't play with me.
7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3
Stop
passing
playing
plays,
with me.
3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot.
Bring y'all that closer. Snatch that shit. You better not throw that motherfucker.
Try and throw on third down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Robert Foster there to make the grab.
This is a good play right there, boy.
The Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
You can't expect the supposed to be back there, man. What you doing?
To send this one away following the score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Come on, defense.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Watson. That complete to Lamar Miller. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be a...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively. Getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Come on, defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. His second catch of this wild game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Damn. Came together there in breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
53-19.
Somebody said my goddamn self.
On play action, Allen. This is caught.
What the fuck y'all doing out there?
He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds.
God damn.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the
It's
perimeter.
got a
Not a lot of room there, but there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Miller.
Oh, my God. What the fuck you doing?
Hold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. A 1st down carry now for Miller. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Watson. And
That's the motherfucking ball, bitch.
Complete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot.
Get out there, weak ass block.
Down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
Just come here.
On that one. Let's just go ahead
and play with me.
The whole thing. The only one happy about 3 points.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end
zone. Go get that bitch, man. Go get that fucking quarterback.
You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On 2nd and 12, Allen.
Give me that shit, motherfucker.
It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
You fucking playing with me.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On 1st down, Miller. And effective.
Don't stop fucking playing with me.
Take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sick of this fucking shit.
On 2nd down now, it's Miller. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Sick of this fucking shit. Let's get
The
this fucking end
Texans
zone.
on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's
Oh,
3
yeah,
to 3.
Yeah, now.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
You got me fucked up. Stay in that motherfucking pass defense if you want to. Come on, run that
Coming up at
bitch.
the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
Lock that bitch right there.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
They'll run. It's Miller.
Good
And
deal.
they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
Being greedy. I should have took my motherfucking money. It's all good. It's all good. Being fucking greedy.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now
Don't
you
hit that
can't run
fucking
any
quarterback,
offense at
though.
all.
He better not throw that
How
motherfucker.
they attack him here.
He better run that. He better run that bitch. Real talk.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Switch. Rush in.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down the defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
See if you're going to run that motherfucker now.
Check it back.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he is swallowed up
that bitch.
at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I'm going to let you put that bitch in the air.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This is what I want
So
right
after
here.
the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. 65. 65. Go, Mike.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Open man, here's Foster. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an
You want to run
interception?
the ball in
The deflection works
Go on,
both
run that
ways.
shit.
Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it
He ain't
pops in
want
the
to
air.
score.
And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
And a moot point there as they were able to connect. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. These guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all?
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
It's all good.
Picked off at the 25.
I'll take that
So we're at
interception.
halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. On first down, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there, dumping for a loss of 8. Throwing on second and long. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
I'm going to the bitch of the motherfucking house. They are playing.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Watson now to throw. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
God damn.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
On second and 11 now. Allen, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up.
JJ, don't give me one. Don't give me one, JJ.
Very hesitant.
This is it right here, nigga.
Football in this situation.
This is it.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over first and 10.
Took my motherfucking money. It's all good. It's all good. It's all to the good.
Hey, check. 3 down. Switch it. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Watch out. Line him up.
Watson on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Bring that bitch down the field. Bring that bitch.
Now a first down throw. Watson flush to his right. He's got the hook up to Miller. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. On second down, it's Miller, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Now it's Miller. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Back to throw, Watson. He's got Fuller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Come on, take it ball, y'all.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Miller. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Stay in that shit.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Let's go.
Now Watson. Being chased out left. On the ball is out.
Oh, my God.
Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Oh, my fucking God. I can't win back. I can't get a fucking break.
Get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward.
They can't take one. They can't take a little bit of contact.
At that point, whatever you're going to pick up,
I can't win for losing shit like that.
And in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never
Come on.
wrong.
You better not throw that
because you can
motherfucker.
analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Pretty good looking run there on first down. For 9 yards, just short of the line to get in. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Dominance. And they'll bring it down on the 17-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Come on, that weekend run, nigga. What about this shit?
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, go. Slam. Check. Lucky.
Throwing now is Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Allen. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be correct right around the 34.
I wasn't ready yet.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Don't throw this in my flash now.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going for the deep ball.
Give me that shit.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Come on, y'all. Time on my side now.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
41 to Mike. 41 to Mike. Check 41. Here we go, D.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? Right? Take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least.
Keep
the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Look at that bitch.
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen. And that's caught inside
Come on,
the 30.
D. Come on, D.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. So Allen's going to look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively.
My man, stop playing me. Shit.
Well, they're in some hot water now.
Let's go play 0, man. This ain't over with.
2nd and 21.
Got me fucked up. Send some motherfucking heat to his ass. Send that motherfucking heat. Until the clock says 0, I ain't letting up. The fuck? Got me fucked up.
Allen to throw. And this one is...
That clock better say fucking 0, or I'm not fucking letting up.
Hold on to that one.
You fucked up.
Down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. A short gain there of just 4 to bring up a 4th down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And he's going to take this one back to the 37.
How they use your body, bro?
He was trying to hit Thomas.
Look at that nigga out.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game.
Run to the right.
Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game.
I don't play that run shit.
With a victory.
They hang this shit up.
To walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down now, Dobbins. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Charles, why didn't they just take the lead?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part 1, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, or you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of a season, but obviously didn't get where they wanted to go.
Damn. 63 fucking yard. No fucking rushing yard. This nigga defense, man, shut me the fuck out. That's my man, made y'all look like some bitches out here. Some real bitches. J.J. Watt had 1 set. He usually get 5 a game. Wow. It's all good.